prices went up a little bit. Things looking a little bit more fun. I like a little bit of fun. Heating up a little bit. See, they're starting to get a little bit excited. They're not sure if something big is coming because all the signs are there of an explosion coming. I mean, you have the things going on with XRP. You have the things going on with Bitcoin. You got a lot of good developments across the utility coins, just outright. I told you all across the board. These companies, these utility companies, these bank coin companies, and a few others, they've been working their tails off behind the scenes, doing a good job. And then you're getting this little trickles of a little push for Bitcoin. It's all starting to accumulate. They're the cream of the crop. Yeah, brother. Cream of the crop is starting to show. So people are getting a little bit excited. Companies are getting a little bit excited. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting a little bit excited. Just a wee bit. First, we're going to cover this article right here, but we do have some XRP news, some Bitcoin news, some Fed rate cut news. This article right here is titled Japanese Tokenized Deposit Platform DCJPY starts production testing. Wait a minute. As soon as I think Japan, I start thinking about XRP. As soon as I think Japan, I start thinking about SBI. I start thinking about how Ripple came out a little while ago, talking about how they're expanding what they're doing in Japan. I start thinking way back. Let's go way back. And thinking about how SBI said that everything would run off of XRP. And then I know how siloed these little itty bitty projects are. All of these projects are itty bitty. In comparison to the bank coins, period. That's just how I feel. I'm not here to convince you. It's just what I think. So when I see something like this, I say, hey, with another siloed system in a fragmented world, how do they connect everything together in the end? And wait a minute, who's involved with this project? It wouldn't happen to be SBI. We're cooking here today. See, when we're good researchers, and I know you are, we start connecting the dots together. SBI is involved. Wait a minute, who else is involved? MUFG is involved as well? SBI said everything will run off of XRP. You have this system here developing within Japan. This system definitely is going to be siloed like all the other systems because they're going to lack interoperability because they're definitely going to be customized. So that would mean theoretically you could bring in XRP, XRPL-based systems, Ripple-based systems, which run off of XRP because we know that's the steroids of the system. And then pretty much it's just another little mechanism in the global bank coin system and the new financial system boosting up XRP in the future. I mean, it's possible. I'm just playing with thoughts here. Doesn't mean it's going to go that way. There's no guarantees. Just my humble thoughts. Have your own. But I'll read this little tidbit to you. Begins here. The current DCP, the company behind DCJPY Tokenized Deposit Network, said it has started production testing of the network. It expects to go into production in August. Decurrent runs the Japanese Digital Currency Forum, which has more than 100, not bad, 100 corporate and government participants who are exploring a broad range of applications that use digital currencies for settlement. Decurrent also raised significant funding from several big names, including MUFG, SMBC, and SBI Holdings. Let's scroll down here. However, they are not participants in the first application, which uses on-chain bank deposits to pay for tokenized renewable energy certificates, RECs. The Internet Initiative Japan recently became a member of the Japan Electric Power Exchange to procure RECs on behalf of its data center clients. Now it plans to convert RECs into digital tokens and settlement transactions with tokenized deposits from GMO Aozora Net Bank. There's a bank. They dropped the name of this bank. Do you know what we do when we get the name of a bank? We go research them. Yeah, we look into their connections. We look into their financials and stuff like that. Should we come back next video and maybe take a little look at this bank here? I don't know. You tell me in the comment section. Shout out, by the way, shout out to everybody who was leaving comments the other day. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Vishal. Shout out to Marky Mark. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. All right. So now, see, we work for the good people here, right? People keep us fired up. Let us know. Keep the channel going. Boom. Shout out to the members only section, right? So now it says here, the key benefits of on-chain payment is it eliminates settlement risk because the asset and money exchange simultaneously. We know all of that. Nobody does it better than us. Nobody does it better than XRP, XLM, Algorand, Quant. Flare is now in there as one of the connector pieces. Solana, Chainlink, XDC. Nobody does it better than us. They can come closer than close, but original they never will be. They could come closer than close. Yeah. Original they never will be. Nobody does it better. Who's saying that? If you're an OG out there, if you're in the older audience out there, there's no, who's saying that song? Don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me, people. Come on now. Put in the comment section. Song's called Nobody Does It Better. Come on now. One of the voices of our time, one of the most unique voices of our time. Anyway, all right, so now we're going to go here. We have another article. There's a lot going on right now. So this article is titled Ripple SEC Settlement. Don't talk nice to me like that. Don't talk nice to me like that. Get me a little too excited. But it says here, Ripple SEC Settlement. Speculation grows amid 150 million XRP payment. Amid speculations of a looming Ripple SEC settlement in the XRP lawsuit, on-chain metrics have once again sent tongues a-wagging. That sounds nasty. I don't like that phrase. I don't. It just feels dirty. Tongues wagging? Hey, man, you freaky. Hey, stop it. I didn't mean it in that. What? I didn't mean it in that way. Get your mind out of the gutter. What in the world? Man, you guys, what am I going to do with you guys, right? Tongues wagging across the broader industry. Man, we got to be mature and professional here, folks. Today, July 17th, nearly 195 million coins were recorded to be transferred to and fro exchanges, among which 150 million were moved from Ripple. In my mind, I know this could be for a myriad of different things, but yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not going to write it off that this could be what people are speculating as well. I hope it is. We shall see, I suppose. It says, among which 150 million were moved from Ripple. This chronicle has gained significant traction across the crypto industry as XRP currently shows signs of a bull run. Yes, but Bitcoin went up. Everything went up. Bitcoin went up. I saw XRP went up. Songbird went up. I think Flare went up a wee bit. A lot of volatility there. Who else? I saw a few. All right. But when Bitcoin goes up and things are looking good for Bitcoin, but there's some pressures that may come in the near future. So I'm watching that. We'll see how things go, how long this is sustained for. Yeah, that's why I would assume that's why it went up without another clear catalyst. I don't think that the settlement is what's push people to get a little bit more XRP right now. I just don't, unless they're just massive whales. But anyway, let's keep going here. This chronicle has gained, I think most people, once they hear it's over, then they'll rush. There'll be a mad rush to buy up some XRP at the last second. And that's when you'll see the explosion in price that is caused by the potential of the settlement. All right, you'll see the potential of the settlement realized. That makes sense? I could be wrong. This chronicle has gained significant traction across the crypto industry as XRP currently shows signs of a bull run. Here's an overview of Ripple Labs-backed digital assets' current on-chain statistics. Intriguingly, the crypto market is abuzz with talks of a looming settlement between Ripple and the SEC and the XRP lawsuit. Pro-Ripple lawyers Bill Morgan and Fred Rispoli have already commented on their expectations of a final judgment in the remedies briefing by the end of July or early August. I would love for that to happen. I hope it happens. In the interim, random thought, Flare, what's going on with FBTC? I'm hearing all about the XRP, and that's nice. That's cute. I love it. Cool. FBTC, Flare, get on it. I want that Bitcoin. I'm talking like I know people at Flare. This is in my mind. This is how I feel. I want that FBTC on Flare this year, next few months. I want it now. Get it done. I want that Bitcoin on Flare. I want that Bitcoin on Songbird. All right, let's get that value over here. Let them lend their Bitcoin out and put smart contracts on Bitcoin. Come on now. Talk about it a little bit. Anyway, random thought. So amid the above-mentioned developments, Whale Alert's data revealed a staggering 150 million coins worth $87 million moved from Ripple to the unknown address, and they have a whole bunch of letters there. This transaction has captured noteworthy attention, fueling speculations over its potential motive. All right. So now, let's go here. There's more happening with the SEC. A lot is going on, and you can see the change visually. Like, it's there. It's not hard to see anymore. I think a lot of people feel the change in the wind. There's a golden age coming for crypto. They can't run from it. There's going to be a lot of winners. Just my humble opinion, not financial advice. There's going to be a lot of winners. Not one coin is just going to be the only one. No. They're all connected, which is why there's going to be a multitude. When I say they're all connected, I mean the ones at the top, the utility coins. They all play a different part. They don't step on each other's toes. There's going to be a multitude of winners, just like it was last time. A lot of coins went off last time. There wasn't one winner. But this article is titled US SEC Under Fire. Empower Oversight Presses SEC for Transparency on XRP. It says here, Empower Oversight is stepping up its attempts to receive information from the Securities Exchange Commission about the conflicts of interest and selective enforcement of cryptocurrencies. The complaint has asked the SEC's OIG to issue a report that is still pending and assesses these questions of law, especially those concerning Hinman and Clayton of the SEC. Empower Oversight has been trying to get information on conflict of interest at the SEC for almost 3 years now. They're good fighters. To hang in there all this time and continue the fight, I appreciate that. I respect that. Greatly, I do. In August 2021, there's a lot of people who give up all the time, because things took too long. They give up. Their opponent looks strong. They give up. And anyone who faces adversity, but you keep moving forward, you take some punches, but you keep moving forward. You get taken down, but you swivel your hips, you sprawl, right? And you back away, you restart. My wrestlers understand what I'm talking about. You keep on fighting. That's the hardest thing ever. That shows strong content of character. I respect people like that. Stick to your guns. I believe that's the phrase. In August 2021, the organization began a FOIA. FOIA, if you don't know, I know you already know. I'm preaching to the choir, but maybe some people don't. Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, which demanded records of the communication between the SEC representatives and other parties concerning cryptocurrencies. Shout out to every single person out there that has done research over these long years or covered news over these long years on any of these cryptos here and stuck with crypto through its rough patches, stuck with crypto through its nascent phase, which is what this is. No matter how many years it's been, it does not change that fact that all the experts said we are still in the beginning. We haven't even gotten started yet. Shout out to everybody, because I know how hard it's been. I know about the companies coming at your neck. I know about the companies stepping on your toes. I know about the people coming at your neck, and I know it wasn't easy. I know about the bank stuff too. I know it wasn't easy. If you touch on certain content, believe me, there's pushback. I respect you. I appreciate you. And I hope things are going well for you. I hope continued success for everybody. And I want to say you've done a good job. That's how I feel, right? Showing the love to everybody. I don't care. You got to show love to everybody while you have the chance. Now, what is this article here? Oh, okay. So now this article here is titled U.S. Debt Nears $35 trillion. I've been talking about the debt for at least 2.5 years now. Who's talking about it now? Let's see if they'll listen to this person here. Bitcoin is the key to surviving catastrophic collapse. What? I have Bitcoin. Listen, what? Bitcoin, not gold. Wait a minute. Not gold, Bitcoin. All the banks are buying gold. I can have my gold bricks in my hand. A lot of the big money buying gold. Sure, big money buying Bitcoin also. But who are you going to try? You can try Bitcoin over gold? I suppose, to each his own. I'm going for gold, period. Solid bar. Anyway, so now it says national debt trajectory. This just blows my mind. You know, like I see, is this the picture of the person? He looked like he wants to make some big money off of Bitcoin. He's like, something's coming, Bitcoin, problems, Bitcoin, everybody should have Bitcoin. It's like, I can tell when someone's pushing something, like, sure, it's great, yes, but there's something better. But I get it from a moneymaker standpoint. Bitcoin explodes faster. You can convince a bunch of people to get it. Its price goes up. You take profit. You make a lot of capital off of this. I get it. I understand. But if you're coming from, I think, a standpoint of what's safer, what's actually going to protect people, once again, not financial advice, but what's actually going to protect people, what has protected their value for a long, long time in human history, you're talking about gold. So now let's continue here. It says, in a heated U.S. political climate, what's that have to do with this? It says a financial analyst, Michael A. Gade, recently remarked that the rising national debt exceeding $35 trillion is a more significant threat to democracy. Democracy. It means democratic republic, right? United States is democratic republic. Tudor republic, for which it stands, what all that verbiage. But anyway, whatever. It just, I don't understand why people use certain terms, but whatever. I don't care about these political points and politicians and all of that. Just talk about the Bitcoin. It says, then political leadership. Gade emphasizes that the increasing rate of debt outpaces both tax revenues and inflation, creating a precarious fiscal environment. The U.S. federal debt to GDP ratio, which has escalated from 52.65% in 1960 to 122.33% currently, because of loose monetary policy. The people running it, they're just all about deepening their own pockets. You know, listen, this is very easy. I'm going to say it like this. It's very easy to send money out of the country. It floats around in certain pockets, certain businesses, and then it comes right back to certain other entities' pockets so that they can make a profit. I'm just saying that'd be very easy. It says further, I look at that sometimes when I'm looking at certain numbers and I question things. There's a lot I research, and yet I don't cover that on this channel. I think a lot of people know that here. They've seen certain things. They know certain things, right? And I look at certain numbers and I say, where'd that money go? Where's this money? Why did it go there? And it's just, I'm telling you, you go down certain rabbit holes, it gets interesting. But let's continue on here. Further illustrates the unsustainable nature of the nation's fiscal policies. The likelihood of a severe economic downturn becomes more pronounced as the debt grows unchecked. And then they go a little bit more into the United States debt. Yeah, but where's the point where you start talking about the Bitcoin now, sir? Bitcoin. Okay, here we go. He posits that Bitcoin or similar decentralized assets. You know what? I'm gonna clap it up for you right there. Good job. Good job. Because, usually people just say Bitcoin. They don't mention that there's going to be other winners, right? Yeah, and there are. He posits that Bitcoin and similar decentralized assets are crucial for this transformation. Through its inherent economic game theory, Bitcoin could prevent the monetary debasement that facilitates the growth of large nation states. Bitcoin's status as a more enduring asset than fiat currencies, gold is as well. More so, which has yet to be fully realized, could be pivotal in this shift. Voorhees believes that as Bitcoin is perceived as a more stable store of value over generations, that sounds good. That sounds good. And you look at the massive dips in Bitcoin, and at any minute there could be a massive sell-off and dip. And you've seen governments make it dip recently, with German government being the greatest example. So when you're talking about stability, look at gold. When did gold dip like that? In recent months, you have the smallest volatility is being propped up by banks. But why? Are the banks buying Bitcoin right now in mass like that to protect themselves? They're buying gold to protect themselves. Like I said, I look at Bitcoin as a moneymaker, and a moneymaker I'm not married to. Gold for me is a long term, and I take it very serious. I take Bitcoin serious as well, but not as a permanent store of value because I know how much it can rise and fall. And I think it'll always be that way. As now, especially now, as the big money turns it into their personal piggy bank and they're dominating it. But gold is different, being propped up by the banks. They know that this is a guaranteed safe store of value. And I think that's only going to increase. This is why now you're getting these predictions for gold to go to $3,000. I don't know if it's going to go there or not. Like, this is their prediction. But the potential definitely is there. And what goes up dramatically when there's a bank collapse, and it looks like we're looking at massive bank collapses coming up very soon? Gold. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, you could disagree with me, and sure. Listen, I plan to make good money with Bitcoin, more good money with Bitcoin, but I'm just being completely honest. All right, so now let's move on here. This article sort of is like all over the place. They're like into some politics, and I get tired of hearing about the politics. I do, man. It's just, anyway, so now moving on here. Oh, we got a little bit more Bitcoin news. Okay, all right. We got a lot going on with Bitcoin today. So now this article is titled Ancient Bitcoin Wallet. I like that. It's not an old Bitcoin wallet. It's an ancient Bitcoin wallet. You know, it's not ancient. Like, you know how people exaggerate sometimes to make a point. I do that as well from time to time. But I just find that very, very interesting and entertaining. That's a good title. Ancient Bitcoin whale abruptly awakens, relocates $60 million in Bitcoin after nearly 12 years of dormancy. Wow. A deep-pocketed investor owning a long dormant. Who wrote this article? I like how they write. Who is this? Daily Hodl staff. Come on, Daily Hodl. Let your writers get some shine. I want to know who wrote this article so I can search them up more, because I like the way that they write. Right? They're like, no, just come to Daily Hodl. But every article is written by someone different, and they're not going to all be like this. I want to read this writer's, stuff. But anyway, a deep-pocketed investor owning a long dormant Bitcoin wallet just moved 1,000 BTC after nearly a dozen years of inactivity. The crypto tracker Whale Alert notes that the ancient wallet, that's always going to make me laugh, on Sunday moved 998 Bitcoin to one address and 1,263 Bitcoin to another. The whale accumulated the 1,000 Bitcoin stack back in September 2012, when the total was worth $12,223. With Bitcoin trading at $64,682 at time of writing, that trove is now worth more than $64 million. Dusting the tax involved. Why did they go into that? They go into how long he's had the Bitcoin. Long dormant wallet spotted by Whale Alert has received trace amounts of Bitcoin. Yeah, but we know. Okay, so that's where they're getting from. Yeah, but all wallets get that. You get these weird random coins sent to you, and you should know. This is not advice. I'm just saying, this is how I think. Listen, if I get something sent to me, I don't know what it is, I don't mess with it. I get a phone call, I don't know where it's from, I don't answer it. I get a text message, I don't know where it's from, I know it's not supposed to be coming to me, I know I don't have anything to do with it, I don't answer it. You be careful, because yeah, there's nefarious individuals out there, bad individuals out there that are using those things to hack you and do something to you. So I guess they're saying that's what some of those transactions over the year were. They're explaining that. Sunday's transaction isn't the only recent movement from ancient whales. Last Friday, a crypto wallet containing 25 Bitcoin worth $1.43 million was activated after more than 10 years of slumber. All right, so we have to figure out which article we want to end the video off with. Let's do this. We're going to end it off with this little Fed article here, because I think this is going to be highly relevant if they actually pull the trigger on this, if they actually do it, which I'm going to tell you right now, it could go one of two ways. This could be really good, or they take their foot off the gas again. Inflation could go back up once again. They've tried it before. This has been sticky inflation. What has changed? But we shall see. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but what happened last time, I don't see how that's going to change if they do a rate cut. But this article here is titled, Fed Williams says first rate cut more likely in coming month. And then the other way, if they do it, they could unleash a lot of value. It could be very good for multiple markets. John Williams, the president of the New York Federal Reserve, suggests Fed rate cuts are closer, but the central bank is not yet ready. The wider financial awaits the Fed's decision to cut interest rates following recent positive inflation data. The generals say, once again, but here's the thing with the inflation, they're negating certain data. That's why that's not reliable. The general sentiment among institutional firms points to Fed rate cuts later this year. The New York Fed chief noted that interest rate cuts could happen in the coming months if cooling inflation sustains. However, he downplayed the chances of the occurrence at the next Federal Reserve meeting in 2 weeks. All right, so now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.